Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Henry and it's summertime, and during the summer I always have a lot of children at my home, and having lots of children means always having food around. Now today I'm going to prepare for you one of my favorite snacks. It's called pig in a blanket. It's easy to make and it's so filling, and once children eat this you don't have to worry about them for hours. So let's go over the ingredients. We need puff pastry. We need eggs, 1 egg because we need the egg to wipe the top of the pastry, and we need the filling for the pig in a blanket. Today we're going to use Big Franks. You can use any type of hot dogs, beef hot dogs, chicken hot dogs, but for me I'm going to use the Big Franks. Now puff pastry is really difficult to make. It's really tedious. For me, when I make a puff pastry, I make a whole set one time because there are so many steps. If you don't want to go through the tedious steps of making puff pastry, you can also get the puff pastry ready done from the frozen section in your supermarket. But for me, I like to make my puff pastry from scratch. So in another video, I'll go through all the steps to show you how to make a puff pastry. Okay, now that I have my pastry all rolled out, I'm gonna cut it out because I like the pastry to be uniformed and in nice straight lines when it goes across the hot dog. So I'm going to cut in some nice even lines, maybe about 1/2 inch. I just cut them straight down, and it's easier to cook as well. Once they're uniform and they're baking, they will all bake and brown together, as opposed to one section being thicker than the other and cooking quicker or slower. So I like to have my pastry in nice straight lines to look like this so I can wrap it around the hot dog. Next we're going to deal with the filling for the hot dog. The filling for the pig in a blanket, we're going to use the hot dog. Now I need the hot dog to be smaller, so I'm going to cut the entire hot dog in half. Then I'm going to cut it again in quarters all the way down. I may not be cutting as straight as I would like, but you have an idea. Once that is done, I cut it in half. So I end up with all of these individual pieces of hot dog. And these are the pieces that I will then wrap the pastry around. So my next step is to take the pastry and to wrap it around the hot dog. Wrap it evenly around the hot dog and make sure it fills in all the spaces. Looking like this. It looks really good. Children love it. I mean, I have children at my home all the time, and some of these children are even requesting that I make for them pig in a blanket, and it takes basically 1/2 hour once you have the pastry already done. So I'm going to finish up these and then we're going to put it into the oven. Now that I have the pastry all done, I just need to do one last step. That is to use the egg wash to cover the pastry. Now I use 1 egg, I whisk it either with a fork or whisk, and then I use either a pastry brush or a fork. I like to use a fork because when I put the egg wash on top of the pastry, I like to press it down. So by pressing it down, it helps to keep all of those extra edges from opening up when it starts to bake, because you know once you start to bake it will expand, and I don't want it expanding. I don't want any edges coming apart. So when I put the egg wash on top of the pastry, I press it down slightly so all of the edges stay in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some egg wash on top of all of these, and then we're going to put them in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. Putting the egg wash on also helps to give it a nice golden brown color. So when this is done, I'm going to put it in the oven and I'll show you how the pig in the blanket will look at the end. The pastry is now done. I just took it out of the oven, so now it's time to taste. You must wait first to let it cool. This is good. Pig in a blanket, very easy to make, You need to try it.
You can download a copy of my book at bookfusion.com. The description is in the link below. And if you like this video, you can give me a thumbs up or subscribe to get more exciting videos about vegetarian recipes.